A computerized accounting system is an accounting information system. In each and every activity, whatever the organization is going to conduct, there should be a proper framework. The constitution or the constitute of report is called as reporting system. Whereas under computerized accounting system, entries related to posting are done by the computer. Hello everyone, I am Harshita, lecturer, Department of Commerce, Vidhyaashram PU College, the Temple of Excellence, Mysuru. My dear students, today we are going to discuss about chapter 13, that is from part B, chapter 13, and the chapter 13 is computerized accounting system, and today we are in the first session. So already in a chapter 12, we have discussed how the computer is being used in accounting, and in chapter 13, so this is also a very small chapter where you are going to learn about computerized accounting system. So let us quickly begin the session. Let us see what is the meaning of computerized accounting system. So my dear students, we know in accounting we have to record each and every transactions as per GAAP, that is generally accepted accounting principle. Then what is this computerized accounting system? Here also, this is a type of accounting system where we are going to follow all the principles of generally accepted accounting principle, but we are going to record the transaction in the computer. That is, by using the computer, we are going to record the transaction. So that system is called as what? Computerized accounting system. So from this chapter, you can expect 2 marks, 1 mark as well as 6 marks questions from this chapter. A small chapter, but you will get 6 marks question. So 100% you will get a 6 marks question as well as 2 as well as 1 mark questions. Okay, so let us quickly see what are the questions you can expect here. So first we shall discuss all the concepts. Then later on we shall see what are the expected questions from this chapter. Okay, now coming to the meaning of computerized accounting system, as I have already told you, so in manual accounting or in computerized accounting, we have to follow all the accounting principles which is given by GAAP, that is generally accepted accounting principle. So in computerized accounting system, here also we have to follow this generally accepted accounting principle, but by using the computer we will record the transactions. So that is known as what? Computerized accounting system. Now go through the meaning here. A computerized accounting system is an accounting information system. So of course we know whatever the data which is fed into the computer, so we will get the processed information, that is which is readily used by the users. So here also computerized accounting system is an accounting information system that processes the financial transactions and events as per generally accepted accounting principles. So here also whatever the data which is fed by the user, so whatever the data which is fed by the user into the computer, so it will be processed and it will be recorded as per generally accepted accounting principle, that is GAAP. That is, relevant accounting information can be processed from the computer by using this generally accepted accounting principle, that is GAAP, to produce a report as per the user requirement. Now what will the user will do? User will feed the raw data into the computer and that data will be transformed or it will be processed into the meaningful information, that is meaningful accounting information by using this GAAP. So in a computerized accounting system, the framework of storage and processing of data is called as operating environment. Now what happens here? So whatever the data which is fed into the computer, so it will be stored as well as it will be processed in the computer system, which is called as what? Operating environment. That is the environment in which computer will store the data as well as it process the data into meaningful information, that is called as what? Operating environment, that consists of hardware as well as software in which the accounting system works. So already in our chapter 12 we have learned that what are the components of computer, where we have learned about input as well as output device. So whole computer system consists of input as well as output device, at the same time hardware as well as software. So that whole system is called as what? Computerized accounting system, where the accounting activities or the processing of accounting information takes place by using the hardware as well as software. A large business organization with a number of geographical scattered factories and offices, more powerful computer systems supported by sophisticated networks are required to handle voluminous data as well as complex reporting requirements. That is complex reporting requirement. Now, who will go for this computerized accounting system? For a small organization, the number of transactions will be very small and manual accounting system will be followed. But in case of large organization where they are having more number of branches, where they are having more number of factories which are associated to the business, in such cases the transactions takes place will be very huge in a particular day. In that situation, in order to make their accounting procedure easy, they'll go for this supercomputers where it will work faster than manual accounting system. So this computerized accounting system is in use for the large organization where there are large number of transactions which takes place daily in an organization. So in order to handle such requirements, that is large number of transactions, multi-user operating systems such as Unix, Linux, etc. are used. So in order to undertake large number of transactions, large number of accounting processing of information, so this multi-user operating system is being used. So this is a brief introduction as well as meaning of computerized accounting system. So just what you have to remember here, you might get a question, what is computerized accounting system? So how you can write the answer? So it is an information system or it is a computerized information system where the accounting transactions will be processed into meaningful information with the help of generally accepted accounting principles. By using the generally accepted accounting principle, the accounting raw data will be processed into meaningful information. So that whole process is called as computerized accounting system. Now coming to the next concept, let us see what is the next concept what we are going to discuss today, that is basic requirements of computerized accounting system. Let us see what are the requirements of computerized accounting system. Now coming to the first one, that is accounting framework. So there should be a proper framework. It's not only relating to computerized accounting system. So in each and every activity, whatever the organization is going to conduct, there should be a proper framework. In the sense, a proper guidelines within which all the activities will be operated. So under computerized accounting system, accounting framework consists of a set of principles. So it contains a set of principle, coding as well as grouping structure of accounting. So as I have already told you, framework is nothing but, so it is a guidelines or it is a framework within which all the activities of an organization should be conducted. So in this computerized accounting system, there should be an accounting framework which consists of accounting principles, coding as well as grouping structure of accounting data. And the second one is operating procedure. So here the accounting process is not a single task, it is a step-by-step process or step-by-step procedure. So let us see what is this operating procedure here. So it is a well-defined operating procedure blended suitably with the operating environment of the organization. So operating environment of the organization is called as what? Operating procedure. So it is a step-by-step procedure where it overcomes the operating environment of both hardware as well as software. So that combination of hardware as well as software while processing the data into meaningful information is called as operating procedure. So the use of computers in any database oriented application has 4 basic requirements. So let us see what are the basic requirements of computer in the database oriented system or oriented application. So what are these basic requirements? Now coming to the first one, that is front end interface. So let us see what is this front end interface in the database system. So it is an interactive link or a dialogue between the user as well as database oriented software. So this you have to remember. So it is a link between the user as well as database oriented software through which the user communicates to the back end database. So here, front-end interface is a link between the user as well as database-oriented software which will help the back-end base. So that is known as what? Front-end interface. So for example, a transaction relating to purchase of goods may be dealt with the accounting system through the purchase voucher. So we know about it. The purchase voucher always act as a evidence. So we will call it as it is a documentary evidence. So while recording the transactions in the purchase book, so we need the purchase voucher. So which appears on the computer's monitor of data entry operator and when entered into the system is stored in the database. So here by keeping an evidence, each and every transactions relating to purchase will be recorded in the system by using the monitors. So the same data may be queried through a reporting system, say purchase analysis software program. So there are number of programs or there are number of software programs which is being used in order to do a particular task in accounting, that is under computerized accounting. Next one is back-end interface. So here from this question you can just remember the side points. Okay, so as I have already told you, they'll ask you the question for 1 mark or 2 mark where they might ask write any 1 or write any 2. Okay, so for 6 marks you will have a separate question. I'll tell which are those questions. Okay, so just you remember the side points here. So it is a data, so back-end database. So it is a data storage system that is hidden from the user and responds to the requirements of the user to the extent the user is authorized to access. So here depending upon the user's authorization to access, so this back-end database will be used. So depending upon the requirement of the user and his authorization to particular database, so this back-end database will be used. Next one is data processing. So it is a sequence of actions that are taken to transform the data into decision useful information. Now what do you mean by data processing? So it is a step-by-step procedure where the raw data which is fed by the user will be converted into or will be processed into useful information. So that whole process is called as data processing. Next one is reporting system. So let us see what is this reporting system. So it is an integrated set of objects that constitute the report. So the constitution or the constitute of report is called as reporting system. So it is an integrated set of objects which constitute the report. So it is a set of integrated objects. So as I told you, so since this is a chapter where you can expect 1, 2 as well as 6 marks, just you remember the side points of this topic. Okay, so basic requirement of computerized accounting system, just you have to remember the side points. Now coming to the next concept, let us see what is the comparison between manual accounting system as well as computerized accounting system. Very important question for 6 marks here. Okay, so Later on, I'll discuss what are the questions I have asked for 1 mark, 2 mark as well as 6 marks. So now you remember, so this is a very important question which will be repetitively asked for 6 marks in your examination. Okay, so you will be having one theory question for 6 marks and most of the time they'll ask this question for 6 marks. Okay, now go through the difference between manual accounting as well as computerized accounting system. Now, what do you mean by manual accounting? So, whatever the accounting or whatever the recording of transaction which is done in a book by a person is called as manual accounting system. Whereas computerized accounting system, it is a system where the recording of transactions will be made by the use of computers. Okay, so let us see what are the main difference between these two terms here. Now, coming to the first difference, let us see the first difference here. So, coming to the first one, that is identifying. So, under manual accounting system, it is done manually according to the principles. So, of course, we know we will identify the transactions that has to be recorded in the books of account. That is, by manually we will identify by using the accounting principles. Correct? So, here it is done manually. So, you have to remember this word. So, under manual accounting system, it is done manually according to the accounting principles. But while compared to computerized accounting system, in this system, it is also done manually according to the principle. Here also, identifying will be done manually. Okay. So, identifying the transactions will be done manually according to the accounting principles. Now, coming to the second difference, recording. So, let us see how the recording will be done under manual accounting system as well as computerized accounting system. So, under manual accounting system, entries are recorded manually. Of course, we will identify the transaction manually. We will record the transactions manually. So, entries are recorded manually and other calculations are done manually in the books of original entries. That is, in the book of original entry is nothing but journal where we are going to record the transactions manually and we will calculate the transactions manually. But when compared to computerized accounting system, entries are recorded manually. So, we will identify the transaction manually, we will record the entries manually, but other calculations, so calculations are done by using the computers. Hope you are clear with the second difference here. Under manual accounting system, identification is done manually, recording is done manually as well as calculation is also done manually. Whereas under computerized accounting system, identifying is done manually, recording is done manually but calculation is done by using the computers. Next, third difference, classification. So, let us see how the transactions will be classified under both the systems. So, transactions are classified by means of posting into ledger accounts. Of course, our entry of the transaction, that is a recording of entries of the transaction takes place from the journal where we will record all the transactions randomly, that is as per the date, that is in the chronological order. Then we will transfer those entries into ledger where the classification of entries takes place. So, classification of entries takes place in the ledger, that is under manual accounting system. Whereas under computerized accounting system, stored transaction data is processed to appear as classified. Now, whatever the data which is been stored, so whatever the data which is been stored in the computer system, so it will be processed. So it will be processed by itself. No need to convert into ledger, no need to post them into the ledger. So it will be or it will appear as processed only. In the sense, it will be already classified. So these are the three differences here. Now coming to the next one, summarizing. Now, how the information has to be presented to the users. Okay, so the information has to be done in such a way that it has to be understandable by the users. Now, let us see how they are going to make the user understand under both the system. So, under manual accounting system, trial balance is prepared after balancing all ledger accounts. So what we'll do? We will prepare the trial balance before preparation of financial statement. That is financial statement at the end of the financial year. So trial balance is prepared after balancing all the ledger account. That is after classification of ledger accounts, we will prepare the trial balance before financial statements. Now coming to computerized accounting system, the originally stored transactions are processed to get a trial balance. So here each and every step is not done under computerized accounting system. Once the data is fed into the computer, so it will classify itself as well as it will summarize the data by itself in the form of trial balance. No need to post it again and again from ledger and then preparation of trial balance. So once the data has been entered into the computer, so it will be processed automatically. Next one is, fifth difference, adjustment entries. Let us see how we are going to treat the adjustment entries under manual as well as computerized accounting system. So under manual accounting system, all adjustment entries are done manually. So of course we know whenever we see a problem, so all the adjustment relating to that problem will be done by ourselves, that is manually. Whereas under computerized accounting system, entries related to posting are done by the computer. So here instead of adjusting all the entries, so everything will be done by the computer. Now coming to the sixth difference under this two topic, so financial statement. So let us see how this financial statement will be prepared. So financial statement are prepared manually with the help of trial balance. Of course we know by using the trial balance, we will prepare trading profit and loss account as well as balance sheet manually. But in case of computerized accounting system, financial statement are prepared by the computer with the help of software. So this you have to remember. So by using the software, computer itself will prepare the financial statement. But whereas under manual accounting system, by using the trial balance, manually we have to prepare financial statement. So these are the main difference here. Next, seventh difference is that closing the books. Let us see how we are going to close the books under both the systems. So after the preparation of financial reports, the accountant make preparation for the next accounting period. So this is achieved by posting the closing as well as reversing journal entries. So what will happen under manual accounting system? So once the financial statement is prepared, then under manual accounting system, they will prepare for the next accounting period. So they will get started themselves for the next accounting period, for which they are going to close the entry by reversing the journal entries. So by just reversing the journal entry, they are going to close their books of the last year. But what happens under computerized accounting system? In this system, there is a year-end processing to create as well as store opening balances of account in the database. So here, under this system, what happens? There is a year-end processing to create as well as store. So they will create as well as they will store the opening balance of accounts. So there is a year-end processing system under computerized accounting system. So these are the few main difference between manual accounting system as well as computerized accounting system. So my dear students, go through this topic. So most of the time they have asked for 6 marks difference between manual accounting system as well as computerized accounting system. Now coming to the next concept, that is advantages of computerized accounting. So this is also very important topic. So either they will ask the difference between both system, that is manual as well as computerized accounting system, or they will ask the advantages as well as disadvantage. Suppose if they ask only advantage, then they will ask write any 6 advantages of computerized accounting system, or else they will just ask disadvantage, or else write any 3 advantage and 3 disadvantages of computerized accounting system for 6 months. So go through all the advantage and all the disadvantage. So this will help for you in order to get 6 marks here. So first let us see what are the advantages of computerized accounting system. So this is nothing but what are the advantages of computer? Same will be the advantages of computerized accounting system. So coming to the first one, speed. Of course, whatever the data which is fed into the computer system, so it will be processed in order to get the meaningful information. So like manual accounting system, we need not prepare journal, we need not prepare ledger account, then trial balance, then financial statement. So individually we have to prepare. But whatever the data which is fed into the computer, so it will be processed by themselves under every stage. So here the speed of working of computer under accounting is very fast. So this is one of the great advantage of computerized accounting system. So accounting data is processed faster by using the computerized accounting system. Computer requires less time in performing a task. Of course, we know when compared to manual accounting system, whatever the data which will be processed, that is, which will be converted into meaningful information, it is very fast. So this is a first advantage. Now coming to the second one, accuracy. Of course, whatever the results we'll get from the computer system, it is very accurate. So we human being might make some mistake while counting or while recording the entries, but this will not happen under computer because all the software will be developed in such a way that no mistakes will happen. So here the accuracy of data is very high. So it provides accurate results, that is, it provides correct results. The possibility of error, that is, the possibility of mistake is eliminated in computerized accounting system. So like posting of entries or counting mistakes, so this will not happen in case of computerized accounting system. So the accuracy will be more. So correctness of the data will be more when compared to manual accounting system. Next one is up-to-date information. So we might forget some of the principles, we might forget some of the rules and regulations of accounting system, but this will not happen under computerized accounting system. Up-to-date information will be processed immediately whenever a new rules or whenever a new principle is being implied. So the accounting records in a computerized accounting system are updated automatically. So here, since it is a machine, so it will keep on updating automatically, not like a manual accounting system where you have to read that principle and get updated. But this will not happen under computerized accounting system. Whatever the new principles which is been implemented, so it will be implemented automatically. And as and when accounting data is entered as well as stored. So as and when the data has been entered and stored, it will get updated automatically. Therefore, latest information pertaining to accounts get reflected when accounting reports are produced and printed. So we will get the exact result through computerized accounting system because it will keep on updating itself. So these are the three advantages. So we shall see few more advantages here. Next one is legibility. Of course, so if we record the entries in the books of accounts, so certain person may be having a bad handwriting, so which is illegible in nature. But this will not happen in case of computerized accounting system because everything will be in the printed form. Okay, so with the special fonts, it will be in the printed form. So legibility is more when compared to manual accounting system. So the data displayed on computer monitor is legible. So we can easily read as well as the words are with the different fonts as well as it is easy to understand also. So monitor is legible. This is because the characters. So characters are typewritten using the standard fonts. So this I have already told you. So whatever the fonts which is being used, so it's not like the handwriting where we can't understand the handwriting. We can't understand certain handwriting under manual accounting system. So this will not happen in case of computerized accounting system because everything will be in the typed form and the font also will be standardized fonts. Next advantage is that efficiency. So it is very efficient when compared to manual accounting system. The computer-based accounting system ensure better use of resources. So here efficient use of resources as well as time in order to get the actual output will be done by the computerized accounting system. So here the computer-based accounting system ensure better use of resources. So it will make better use of resources and time. This brings about efficiency in generating results by, that is, useful information and reports. So better decisions can be taken here because it will make efficient use of resources, like time will be saved. At the same time, resources can also be saved by the use of computerized accounting system, so that better decisions can be taken here. Next one is storage and retrieval. So this all we know. So when compared to manual accounting system, we have to keep the records. Okay, suppose if we keep the records of last 10 years, so it is very difficult because each and every papers has to be recorded or which has to be preserved carefully. But in case of computerized accounting system, so it is a paperless transactions where it can be stored. So large data can be stored by using the computer. So the computerized accounting system allows the user to store data in a manner that it does not require a large number of physical space. So it does not require physical space only, correct? So as I told you, if you want to if you want to preserve the records of last 10 years, then we have to preserve everything. So, and we have to be very careful that no data has been lost. But this will not happen in case of computerized accounting system because physical space of storage of data is not there under computerized accounting system. Besides, the system permits fast and accurate retrieval of data as well as information. So whenever the user wants to recall the data, it can be done very easily. So it's not that we have to search each and every paper to see the information. So this will not happen in case of computerized accounting system. So easy reference can also be made under this system. Next one is reliable. So it is more reliable than this manual accounting system. So here the user can rely more on computerized accounting system. So they are relatively more reliable than manual accounting system. So reliability in terms of user is more in case of computerized accounting system. And the next one is automated document production. So the accounting reports such as cash book, trial balance can be obtained very easily. So as I have told you, for the easy reference of the user, so this is done very easily. That is, computerized accounting system can be easily followed. That is, they can search or they can refer the information very easily when compared to manual accounting system. That is, automated document production. So automatically each and every document will be stored in that particular system where the easy reference can also be made. So these are the few advantages of computerized accounting system. As I told you, you can expect this question for 6 marks where they will ask write any 6 advantages of computerized accounting system. That is, explain any 6 advantages. So you have to explain in 2 or 3 lines here. That is, each and every point you have to explain. Now coming to the next concept, it is limitations of computerized accounting system. So let us see what are the disadvantages or limitations here. So the first one is cost of training. So why cost of training is a limitation for a computerized accounting system? Because computer system cannot be adopted by each and every accountant. So there are certain accountants who are weak in the computer, that is working in computer. For them a proper training has to be given. So the cost which is incurred for giving training is very high because it is a technical aspect or the technical study what they are going to make. So here the cost of training is high, thereby it leads to waste of money. That is, cost of training is very high in case of computerized accounting system, as each and every user or each and every accountant is not familiar about using the computer. So, cost of training. The sophisticated computerized accounting packages generally require specialized staff. So a normal individual or a normal person or a normal accountant cannot operate this computerized accounting system. So there are various software. So each and every software will work differently. So before working in that particular software, each and every staff needs the training. So that leads to heavy cost. So as a result, a huge training cost are to be incurred to train up the staff to use the hardware as well as software. So training up the staff is an expense for the organization when they go for computerized accounting system. And the next disadvantage is staff opposition. So there are certain staffs who are not ready to accept the changes. So they need not want to inculcate the technology which is being used. In that situation, there may be opposition also. So staff opposition. So whenever the accounting system is computerized, so there is a significant degree of resistance from the existing accounting staff. As I told you, so the existing accounting staff who are not familiar about computerized accounting system, so they are not ready to inculcate the new technology. So it will be difficult for them to learn those new things and do the computerized accounting system. So there may be a chances of opposition from the old staffs. So partly because of the fear that they shall be made redundant and largely because they shall be ignored. So this normally happens. So when the old accounting staff is being ignored, or if the old accounting staff is not ready to take up the new technology, in that situation, there will be fear in their minds that they will be ignored permanently, because the new accounting staff will inculcate the new technology and they will do the work. And whatever the work which is done in the computerized accounting system, it is faster than manual accounting system. So the manual accounting system of the old staff will be ignored. So this fear will always be there in the minds of staffs. Next one is disruption. The accounting process suffers significant loss of work time when an organization switches over a computerized accounting system. So there is lot of time which is being required in order to inculcate the new technology, within which there will be loss of time as well as loss of work also. That is, switching from manual accounting to computerized accounting system is not an easy task. So here, as we discussed, so training has to be given, and there are few staff who are not ready to take up the new system of computerized accounting system. So that switching from manual accounting system to computerized accounting system, which leads to loss of work as well as loss of time. Next one is system failure. So we are all familiar about this. So there may be chances of system failure where each and every data, since there is no physical storage of data under computerized accounting system, so it all depends upon the system. So if anything goes wrong, then the whole data will be destroyed. So system failure. The danger of the system failure due to the hardware failures and subsequent loss of work is a serious limitations of computerized accounting system. So due to this loss of information from the system, so this is also serious limitation because there is no physical storage of information. So in that cases, there may be a chances of loss of data or information. Next one is inability to check unanticipated errors. So like human beings, so the computer cannot identify the unanticipated errors. So since the computer lack capability to judge, so they cannot detect unanticipated errors as human beings commit. So if any mistake which is being committed by the computer system, so the computer is unable to judge. So it do not have capability to judge like the human beings. So this is also one of the limitations, that is inability to check the unanticipated errors. So whatever the errors which is being made, so the computer system cannot take a judgment there like manual accounting system. Next one is breaches of security. So computer related crimes are common now. So there may be a chances of computer related crimes which ultimately leads to hacking of computer, which thereby lead to loss of information. So computer related crimes are difficult to detect as alteration of data may go unnoticed. So changes in the data may go unnoticed because of some changes or some errors which is being made intentionally. So hacking of passwords. User right change, accounting records. So these are all happens under computerized accounting system, because we cannot tell that 100% security is there for the information which is fed into the computer. There may be a chances of hacking also. So important informations can be hacked by some other hackers. Next one is it will affect on health also. So this computerized accounting system, it will affect on health also, like physical pain of the body can also happens here. So the extensive use of computer system may lead to various health problems like back pain, eye strain, muscular pain, etc. So lot of health problems which will happen through computerized accounting system. So these are the few disadvantages here. So as I told you, you can expect 6 marks question from advantages as well as disadvantages. Either they will ask all the 6 advantages or all the disadvantages, or 3 advantages and 3 disadvantages for 6 marks. Okay, so these are the few disadvantages of computerized accounting system. So you can go through these all the points. If you know the side points, you can write in your own words. That is the explanation. And most of the time they'll ask us to explain the advantages and explain the disadvantages. So you should not write only the side points, you have to explain the points. So this is all about today's topic. So in my next session, I am going to discuss few more topics on sourcing of accounting software. So let us see how the sourcing of accounting software takes place, accounting packages, generic consideration before sourcing accounting software. So these are the few concepts from this chapter what we are going to learn in the next session. And also I am going to discuss what are the expected questions from this chapter. So my dear students, hope you have understood today's session. See you all in my next session with a new topic. Till then, take care. Thank you.